So today is the day that we have all been waiting for years. The Nintendo Switch 2 has officially been revealed with a 2-minute reveal trailer today, January 16th, 2025. I'm really excited for the Nintendo Switch 2. I know a lot of people are. I absolutely love my Nintendo Switch, or should I say Nintendo Switches, because I own several models, including the very first model that came out on launch day. Yes, I was in line at Target the day it came out with Breath of the Wild waiting for me and all of the amiibos. I was there, and I love the console. I own a Switch Lite, the new Zelda Switch Lite that came out a few months ago. I have the Tears of the Kingdom OLED. My wife has a Switch Lite. My daughter has a Switch Lite. We just love the Switch. We're a huge Nintendo family. I have loved Nintendo since my very first console I got Christmas morning back in the 90s, which was a Super Nintendo. Yes, I'm old, been around the block a few times, but the Nintendo Switch 2 was revealed today, and I have to say I'm excited, but I'm a little bit underwhelmed. I saw this morning that the trailer had come out and everybody was already making videos and talking about it. And, you see, I rushed home from work. I'm still in my work shirt, and I just wanted to make this video and get this out today because it's kind of a big moment, right? We've been waiting on a new Switch for years at this point. The original Nintendo Switch has been out for 8 years. So let's talk a little bit about the Nintendo Switch 2, because I'm not going to lie to you, I was a little underwhelmed. And not because the Nintendo Switch itself, I think, is going to be a bad console, or I'm not excited about it in any way, but the leaks and the spoilers that people have been putting out into the ether, out into the internet for literally months now, and especially this last week, it just kind of sucked because we kind of knew what to expect, right? Like, there was literally 3D printed models of this thing that came out in other creators' videos, and it just literally ended up being everything that the leaks said it would be. Now, we don't know anything about the specs yet. Again, there's more leaks out there for that, but I'm really trying my best to stay away from that. We all know that the Nintendo Switch 2 has been rumored to have like the same type of power and capabilities as like a PlayStation 4 Pro. We all kind of expected that it's not literally going to be the same as like a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X, but a PlayStation 4 Pro in your hands is pretty awesome. I think with things like the Steam Deck on the market now, Nintendo definitely has to step their game up, and I think they're going to. But, Nintendo has proven that it's not all about hardware or how powerful your console is. It's how great the games are and how great the experience you can have on one of their home consoles. So from what we saw in this reveal trailer for the Nintendo Switch 2 is it's going to be a much larger screen. The Joy-Cons are going to be larger than the originals. It looks like we're going to get new sticks or new joysticks on these Joy-Cons, which is nice because one of the biggest issues we all know with the original Switch Joy-Cons was the stick drift, even on the Switch Lite, which, look, I have my daughter's Switch Lite right here. It's a little dirty, sorry. But even on something with built-in, Joy-Cons, you can't remove them or just buy new ones. You would get stick drift on these things, and that was a huge issue, a big problem. I've had plenty of Joy-Cons get stick drift on me, and it kind of sucks. And it's nice to see that it looks like they're adding new sticks to fix that problem, which is nice because in today's day and age, they've kind of figured out how to make that not happen. Another thing that I've noticed is the kickstand is very different. It's a lot more sleek. I don't know how durable it's going to be. It looked really thin, and it's kind of a U shape around the back of the console. I don't know how that's going to be, but it looks like the console now can lean back really far compared to before, which is actually kind of cool. So with the larger screen, I could see this being a lot more fun to take on the go and actually set on a table somewhere and play out and about. So I am excited about that. Now, we don't know exactly what the resolution or the performance of this thing is going to be yet, right? This was literally a silent, like ASMR type drop trailer for this console. We will know more in April because they are doing a Nintendo Direct, and I'm sure that they will talk about the hardware itself, the specs, and all the features that this console offers, and it will also, I'm sure, reveal some of the launch titles that are going to be coming with the game console itself. Now, we did see in the trailer that we got a new Mario Kart coming out. Now, it's about time because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is fantastic. In my opinion, it's the best Mario Kart. But we've had the same Mario Kart for 10 years. Like, the game originally released on the Wii U, they remastered it and slapped the word deluxe on it, and it has been a great experience, don't get me wrong, with a lot of content, a lot of characters, a lot of cool maps. The expansion pass added a lot of cool features and added a lot of new maps to the game itself. But it is really nice to see that we're getting a new Mario Kart after all these years. Now, I have a few games that I would like to actually see come on launch day for the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, some of these I don't see actually happening, but, one can dream, right? But like, we got, Luigi's Mansion 3 and now Luigi Mansions 2, like HD port from the DS or 3DS over to the Switch. I would love to see a remaster of Luigi's Mansion 1 come from the GameCube, so we get all 3 games. I would like to see, finally would love to see Twilight Princess HD and Wind Waker HD come over. We've been talking about it forever. We thought it was going to happen by now, but it hasn't. And it would be nice to see games like Elden Ring or maybe even games like Black Myth Wukong, more modern games that were on the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Series X make its way over. As far as resolution and specs go, there have been rumors that the Nintendo Switch will be able to perform in 1080p. I don't know if it's going to be 60 FPS or 30 FPS, and now that is in handheld mode. So 1080p in handheld mode is nice. And other rumors that I've seen have said that the console will be able to put out 4K when it's docked to your television, but using some type of AI enhancement. I don't know exactly what that's going to be, but I think with consoles like the Steam Deck, the PlayStation 5, and the Xbox Series X, and the way modern gaming is going, or has been for a while now, I think 4K is kind of a must at this point. Whether or not it's going to be true 4K or some type of AI upscaling is yet to be seen. I think it is going to be something like AI upscaling. But nonetheless, the console looks really cool. I'm excited for it. It's finally, after all this time, been revealed to us. But again, it was underwhelming because we kind of knew what to expect, right? And I'm not mad at Nintendo for giving us more of the same, right? We've all wanted for a while now a more powerful Nintendo console, and we're finally going to get it. And I couldn't be more thrilled for that. And at the same time, kind of about it, if I'm being honest. Because when the Nintendo Switch was revealed 8 years ago, it honestly kind of blew everyone's minds, right? We were coming off the Wii U, which was Nintendo's worst selling console next to the Virtual Boy, if you want to count that, with only 13 million units sold worldwide, which is not good. It's really not good. And so to come off of the Wii U and have this new innovative idea like a hybrid console for the Nintendo Switch, it kind of blew everyone's minds. But this Switch 2 reveal is more of the same. It's literally this better Switch. It is a Switch Pro. Bigger Joy-Cons, bigger screen, better internals, better graphics, better gameplay, smoother frame rates, I'm sure. It's literally just a Switch Pro. And that's okay. I'm not mad about that. People were speculating back in the day that we were going to get a Switch Pro, and instead we were given the Switch OLED, which has a beautiful screen. I will say, though, I am a little bummed out because, to my knowledge, this new Nintendo Switch 2 will not have an OLED screen, which it's kind of a bummer because the Nintendo Switch OLED looks fantastic, and it would have been really nice for them to keep that on the console. But, maybe we could see a later midlife console revision where we get an OLED Switch 2. Who knows at this point? I think everybody's just excited at the fact that the Nintendo Switch 2 has finally been revealed by Nintendo, and it has been confirmed it's a real thing, because Nintendo has been really hush-hush about it. Like, nobody even really knew the name of this thing until today. And yes, the Switch 2 is not the most creative name, let's be honest, right? I mean, I guess it's more, I guess it's better than Wii and Wii U, because I remember when the Wii U came out, people literally just thought it was a tablet accessory for the Wii. It was the worst marketing ever, and which is a big part of the reason why the Wii U failed. But the Wii U did something great. A lot of its amazing games that were on the console were actually ported over to the Switch. So it served its purpose, right? A lot of the great games that we love on the Switch were originally Wii U games. There are a couple that are still trapped on the Wii U that I would love to see come over, like Yoshi's Woolly World, or like I said earlier, Twilight Princess and Wind Waker HD. That would be amazing. But you know what, man? I'm just excited. And another big thing for me personally, and you can let me know down in the comments how you feel about this. One of the big reasons why I am really excited for the Switch 2 is its backwards compatibility. Now, Nintendo did put a little, disclaimer or a little paragraph or whatever at the end of the trailer where they were saying, it is going to be backwards compatible with Switch 1 digital games and physical games, but there are going to be some caveats to that. There are going to be some games that just will not be compatible. I'm assuming things like Labo or the Switch like Ring Fit game or whatever, maybe because the Joy-Cons are different sizes. I don't know. Nobody really knows. We'll know in April, but who knows at this point. But going back to what I was saying, I'm really excited at the backwards compatibility because having better hardware, stronger, more powerful hardware means that it will play your old Switch games better, which is why I actually love the PS5, because I'm a big game collector and buying PS4 games right now is really cheap. And the fact that I can play them better on the PlayStation 5 is a huge selling point, because now when I go to the store, I'm not just looking at PlayStation 5 games, I also still look at PlayStation 4 games because they'll run in my console. And so hopefully it'll bring down the price of some Switch games. It'll make some Switch games more collectible. It'll make some Switch console variants more collectible, because now the new console is out and they're not going to be producing the old stuff anymore, at least not for very long. So who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But I am excited for the backwards compatibility, because some Switch games do run poorly. Like the frame rates are not that great and they drop frames constantly. One game that comes to mind right out of the gate is Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. Beautiful game, was really excited to play it, but the frame rate drops for me personally were just so bad. I was like, man, I'd rather just hold on to this and wait till this next console comes out and hopefully it runs better. Because Hyrule Warriors, the definitive edition, runs amazingly on the Switch, but granted it was a Wii U game, but Age of Calamity, it doesn't run that good. So I am excited to get to play some of these Switch games at a better fidelity, frame rate. It makes me excited. I love backwards compatibility. As you can see, I have old games. I'm a retro collector. I have games all over this room from all, eras of gaming, dating back to the Atari 2600, the NES, the Sega Genesis, the Super Nintendo, N64, PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4. I have a bunch. And so any console that's backwards compatible is A-okay in my book. That is a huge selling point for me. I will still keep my original Switch consoles. I'm not that dumb kid anymore that would trade in all his stuff to GameStop to get the new stuff for pennies on the dollar. But yeah, guys, the Switch 2 is coming. It's coming. When is it coming? We'll know more in April when they do their Nintendo Direct. And they are going to be in April going around and doing hands-on presentations at certain locations around the country or around the world as well, where they'll allow people to actually get their hands on this thing, and we'll know more about it in just a few months. It'll come sooner than you think. We've been patient this long for the last several years. I think we can wait a little bit longer. Now, the real question is this thing going to release in the summertime, or is it going to release at the end of the year in like October or November for the holiday season? Who knows? But I also heard that Nintendo is going to be mass producing this thing so that everybody can get their hands on it, which is a good thing, because I hate scalpers. Fuck those guys. Absolutely can't stand scalpers that ruin things for everybody. Like when, we had the chip shortages due to COVID and we couldn't get our hands on a PS5. We couldn't get our hands on an Xbox Series X. It was like impossible. Now I don't think that that's going to be an issue anymore, because, COVID has, died down and the chip shortages aren't really an issue anymore. And Nintendo saw how successful their first hybrid console was, with being the best-selling console in America and coming close to being the best-selling console worldwide, right behind the PlayStation 2. So I see that Nintendo understands how big this could really be, and they just want to have the supply for as many people as they think is going to buy this thing, and I think it's going to sell like hotcakes. The Nintendo Switch is a near flawless console. It's not perfect, but damn, it's good. An amazing library of games. Underpowered? Yes. Was it outdated when it was released? Yeah, I was using an NVIDIA chip from like 2014 when it launched in 2017. But it proved itself. It proved that with good games, it doesn't matter. We just want good games. And maybe Sony and Xbox could take some hints or take some lessons from Nintendo, because the proof is in the numbers. One of the best-selling consoles of all time, surpassed almost everything that's ever existed, which is amazing. So the Nintendo Switch 2, I'm here for it. I'll have it day one, or at least I hope so. I hope I hope there's enough to go around. I'm sure there will be. Nintendo wouldn't screw us in that department, would they? Who knows? Because it was hard as hell to get a Wii when the Wii came out. I'm not going to lie to you. I remember, because we had to connect with someone, a family friend that was a manager at Toys R Us, was the only reason we got a Wii around its launch date, because they were gone instantly. But guys, let me know what you guys think of the Nintendo Switch 2 down in the comments. Are you excited? What are some games that you would like to see come to the console on launch day? I know we're getting things like Metroid Prime 4, a new Mario Kart, a new Mario, a 3D Mario. Hopefully, Tears of the Kingdom is still relatively recent, and we just got Echoes of Wisdom, so I don't know if we'll see a brand new Zelda game, but maybe a port, like I was saying earlier, Twilight Princess, Wind Waker HD, it'd be nice. I would love to see Link to the Past get a Echoes of Wisdom treatment, or a Link's Awakening treatment with the new remastered graphics or remake graphics that Link's Awakening got. Link to the Past would be amazing, or a Link Between Worlds getting a port from the 3DS over to the Switch. That would be awesome. But again, guys, let me know down in the comments, what games do you want to see? Are you excited for the Switch 2? Are you going to buy it day one, or are you going to wait a little while? Are you still content with your Switch? And let me know what some features are that you would like to see on this console. Oh, and another feature I saw too, it has the little infrared light in one of the Joy-Cons, and it looked like when they were dragging it around in the trailer, it looks like you're going to be able to use this thing as a mouse. So there are several games that could definitely utilize that feature, and a lot of key features like web browsing and things like that. And another thing I'm really hoping, I know I keep rambling on, man, because I've had all this built up for a while, like what I want to see from the new Switch. I would like to see better online from Nintendo. That's wishful thinking, but their online service is not good at all, and I absolutely can't stand it. And I would rather play games online on my PC, Xbox, or my PlayStation over Nintendo. Unless I'm playing Mario Kart, I guess that's fine, but they need a better online system, a better online ecosystem for multiplayer games. Definitely a big thing I would like to see change with the Switch 2. That would be pretty cool. There's lots of things I'd like to see, and you'll see more Switch 2 content from me in the future. I'm definitely excited. But again, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos in the future. And if you liked the video, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button, and leave that comment down below. I'm genuinely curious what you would like to see from the Nintendo Switch 2. Guys, until next time, thank you, and we will talk again really soon. And as always, happy hunting.